Hey guys, Russell Allen with you again from Allen Football Prep. Today's breakdown, we're going to take a look at Denver Broncos linebacker Alex Singleton, the only player in the NFL with 10 double digit tackle performances this season. Pretty incredible achievement. But let's take a look at just what he's doing out there to make it possible. Let's dive in.
The Chargers come out here in 11 personnel, and the Broncos are going to match it with nickel. And they're going to be in a gunfire trips formation here with this U off or Y off in this case. And the Broncos are going to be basically playing a cover three. I mean, it's really technically more like cover five because they've got this safety rolled down weak with this nickel as your curl flat player up top. But it's a single high, three deep, four under coverage. Okay, so here we're going to have this safety as your curl flat defender. Okay, we're going to have Singleton as your weak hook player. We're going to have Jewel, this Mike linebacker, or as your strong hook player, and then we're going to have this nickel as the curl flat player with thirds behind it. Okay, so we talked about this multiple times, but as you get single high safety and one back in the backfield, it's one back, one gap. Okay, now, however, when this U is off or this Y is off, we treat this essentially like a two back. Okay, so we're going to need to play two gap run fits, and in order to do that, we're going to need this safety to be aggressive in the box, which you're going to see him do really well here. Okay, but before this ball is snapped, the two linebackers are just gapped out. If that tight end were to stay where he's at and stay on the edge, then the safety would essentially set the edge in the D gap. But here he doesn't. Here we've got an insert play. So what we got to see here is the Mike in his A gap. Okay, we've got Singleton matching the fullback as a spill player, and the safety is aggressive in the B gap. Okay, so Singleton's got the job here of really matching this fullback's path and being our spill player. This is an excellent job by the safety here. Typically, these safeties are not this aggressive. Coming from depth, they usually kind of want to sort it out. They're used to playing with more depth and more kind of vision. But here, man, he sees it and he pulls the trigger. This is a great play by the safety. But also a nice job here by Singleton of reading this fullback or this tight end, okay, matching his path, but not burying himself up in there to spill, okay? He's going to stay square. He's going to keep his feet moving, and he's going to fall back and finish. This is really, really good technique right here, okay? See that insert, shuffle, shuffle, eyes on the fullback, ball cuts back. Now I'm in position to fall back and make a good strong tackle. Nice job. Let's see it from the back. Okay, so here they are in this cover three, as we talked about. Here comes the motion from gunfire trips over to more like a rock set, we would call this, remaining offset closed, okay, or to the tight end. Okay, they're going to be like a rock set with this Y off. And here we've got our cover three. So we've got the safety lock here as our B gap defender. We've got Jewel as our A gap defender to the open side. And then Singleton's going to be essentially matching this fullback's path. Okay, so if that fullback were to stay outside, he would become the B gap defender and Jewel would be in the A. But since he inserts, now we've got to match that fullback and become the spill player. Wherever he goes, I've got to spill him to my buddies, okay? So as he inserts, now I'm shuffling, matching his path, but I see this ball cut back, and bam, fall back and make it. Again, great job by Locke, by the safety. Okay, being aggressive and knowing his gap and knowing where to be. That's a good job. And Singleton here with great footwork and great eyes falls back and makes a heck of a play. Really, really nice. All right, so here we got a third down package, third and pass, and we've got the Chargers coming out in trips and a bit of a bunch set here to the field, at least initially. And then we've got this sort of X nasty and this back kind of cheated out here a little bit, which, looks somewhat like they might have tried to attack two-man route games out here. But these guys, we're actually ultimately going to see the back staying in protection. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at here. And the Broncos are going to bring the house here because they're going to bring a pressure and they're going to play man-to-man behind it. And they're going to see if they can get Herbert off the spot. Okay, so here we've got everybody out wide and this nose head up, and then we get Singleton cheating just a little bit to the boundary here, okay? So what they're trying to do, and ultimately what they accomplish, is they're trying to get him to turn the protection here to the boundary. Okay, so they do. You can see right about over here, if you look, Herbert's kind of calling out, pointing out protections, getting everything going. Okay, what they want to do now for the Broncos is get him to turn this protection to the boundary. So that's why you see Singleton shaded just a little bit to that side of the center, okay? And then everybody else out wide. So they're going to try to create as much space in there as they possibly can. Now that's what they get. They get everybody turn protection. The center crosses face. Singleton now crosses face to the field side and gets one-on-one with his tackle, but with leverage because that tackle's got a long way to go and got to turn his shoulders to get to him. And now we're able to beat him with speed. So this is an excellent job by design of this blitz, and also a great job of execution by the Broncos. And then now we watch Singleton beat the block and go chase it down and make a play. Okay, behind it, if we watch what they're doing in coverage, okay, they're playing man-to-man. So we've got this corner locked up down here. Ultimately, 6 here, Locke, is going to roll back to the post, even though he's rolled down, showing pressure here. Once again, this is to try and get this protection to turn, okay? So he's showing the illusion of pressure, okay, and they're making it look like it's cover 1 with the other safety in the post to try to influence his protection. And then once it's set, once they're ready to snap the ball, now he'll roll back into the post. They got this corner man-to-man, outside leverage because of that safety help in the middle, okay? And then same thing up top. We've got man-to-man by the corner, man-to-man by the nickel, and then this safety, because his man stays in protection, he's able to essentially be a free hitter, free runner. Okay, if 7 here had released in the route, then he would be man-to-man on him. All right, but we've got just a man-free pressure here, and really again a great design and great execution by the Broncos because they're influencing this protection, getting them to turn everything into this boundary, and then bringing Singleton back across with space and leverage to beat this block of the tackle with the shoulders turned. And then again, just a great job by him of finishing. Watch him finish. Beat the block, take a good angle, run it down, go make a play. Excellent job. Let's see from the back real quick so you can kind of see what I mean by the way they turn this protection. Okay, so look, these are the details that matter. Look at Singleton's alignment here, right? He's left foot on the ball, favoring that weak side A gap, that boundary side A gap, okay? That plus Locke over here being willing to come all the way down out of the post to influence this protection is what's going to create this slide protection. Look at this whole O-line turn their eyes to the boundary, and start working that way, okay? Now look at these matchups that we get, okay? We get our professional edge rusher on a tight end, okay? We love that matchup, okay? We get 41 coming here with space on the running back, okay? And then we get Singleton with enough space against his tackle whose shoulders are turned because he has so far to go. Look how far he has to go. Singleton's rushing right down the hash, and he's almost in the middle of the field. So he's got, what, 4 yards or so to cover, so he's got to turn his shoulders to get to him, and that's how we're able to beat him with speed. Okay, if this is just a one-on-one matchup off the edge, I probably like the tackle, as far as a matchup. But the way they set this up, the way they create angles and space is really good design and really great execution by the Broncos. So let's see it run. Let's let it run through in full speed here so you can kind of see what I mean. Look how far 79 has to go. Beats him with speed, run it down, make a play. Another great example. Great play.